Let's engage in an exercise. Place your face a comfortable distance from this circle. Now, relax your eyes and drift your focus until the circles are side by side. Hold your focus until the two circles are touching each other's center. Now, hold your visual perspective for a moment. This exercise reveals that you are an awareness, viewing the circle through two separate eyes. This consideration will help us consider something else in a moment. If you have an aversion to things relating to religion, try to momentarily suspend that, as you don't want to miss the geometrical correlations. We've explored the circle, the womb and cradle of our universe at all levels of scale, the original mother of creation. Prior to the temporal concept of time and when, where separation and therefore distance enter the picture, there is only that of absolute unity, or the monad. At some point, which is to say, the way of creation seeking to know itself, there is a direction that takes place, giving birth to the great multiplicity and immeasurable diversity in the wake of the first movement of creation. The birth of the other, the two, or the dyad. In what way does the monad turn into the dyad? The general postulation of the original sacred geometrical movement sequence of awareness falls under two areas of belief. Now the first movement of the great relationship of duality occurred. Under one belief, the one does not actually replicate itself to create another, insinuating that there is not a double unity. Unity divides itself in order to know itself through relationship, space, and polarity. Thus, the two are created. Einstein's first law of thermodynamics states that energy is not created or destroyed, but that it can only be changed from one form to another. This empirical law supports the first view. The other belief is that entire replication does take place, akin to what one would find in cellular division, where a cell wholly duplicates itself. The monad goes to the edge of its known self, casts a light and a shadow, and the doubling of itself occurs in order to explore itself in relationship. Within cellular mitosis, energy is neither divided nor replicated, but the doubling of life takes place through cellular respiration. This is the gift of life, all taking place within the totality of the monad. In considering primordial two-ness, modern philosophers make minor philosophical headway than the giants that preceded us. I consider these two perspectives of the Great Division valid and paradoxically complex under the two illusionary eyes of the one awareness that births the 10,000 things. Whichever it was, if not both, it opens a philosophical debate worthy of the deepest areas of contemplation. The expansion and contraction, that is the respiration of the universe. In mundane, charted relationship comparisons, this geometrical system is identified under its secular name, a Venn diagram. However, historically and existentially, amongst the topic of the immemorial dyad, in Western tradition, it is known originally as the vesica piscis, which translates in Latin to bladder of the fish, a Christian symbol borrowed from the pagans. This visual movement from the one to the two also forms the popularized Christian fish symbol, the bona fide symbolic expression of Christ, aligning with the second movement of creation within the second aspect of the biblical Holy Trinity, the Son, Jesus Christ. The vesica piscis fish doubly serves as the symbolic significance of baptism within biblical framework, as well as signifying an aspect of an earthly measurement of time. This measurement of time is the age of Pisces, a 2,147-year astronomical movement within the Earth's third largest wobble, moving through the canonical 12 zodiac symbols, which takes place over the course of approximately 25,772 Earth years. Our measure of time in relationship to celestial geometries is a topic we'll be unpacking during the later section of the course. In sacred geometry, the lines are the masculine polarity of direction, while circles are the form of the feminine polarity of space. A Mobius strip, or strip of paper with its ends connected, is an example of the immemorial dyad in a visual way. Two archetypal faces of one physical strip. All of life is subject to and under the influence of the polarity of the dyad. Both our inner meta-worlds and the full extent of physical separation and outer phenomena. All existential areas of experience exhibit this duality on all scales. Dark and light, masculine and feminine, laugh and cry, up and down, expansion and contraction, inhale and exhale, yin and yang, in and out. The pervasive presence of polarity also shows up in the energetic and causal areas of magnetism and charge. Electrons orbiting protons, static moving towards the larger opposing charge, magnets repelling charges of the same pole, and leering in fields of the opposite. All is dualistic, stemming from the dyad. During the second movement, simultaneously running between the intersection points of the two circles, we find another line, intersecting our original line of movement. This is the cross. Along with the circle and spiral, the cross lies among the most pervasive symbols of all charted human history. These simple movements reveal the beginnings of a geometrical framework going hand in hand with Genesis, one of the greatest stories ever told. These vertex or intersectional points, along with the exo-thresholds of the circles, create the bearings for the first squares. The cross and the square alludes to the story of Christ incarnating on earth under an esoteric geometrical context, another biblical parallel to the square being assigned to the earth. However, this association of the square with the earth did not originate within the story of the Bible. It originated at least 500 years prior to the story of Christ, seemingly with a Greek philosopher named Empedocles, assigning the 3D form of the square, the cube, to the classical element of earth. An interesting thing to note here is that when the net, or exploded polygonal structure of the cube, is unraveled from its 3D form onto a plane, it creates the cross. The cube and its relationship to the earth is another section we'll be exploring later on, where we'll be traversing the Platonic solids, the 5 primary 3D alphabetical forms of creation, named after Plato, whose life briefly overlapped that of Empedocles. All 5 of these shapes and the entire world of form can be enfolded from the vesica piscis. The first 10 numbers are considered to be seed patterns for all that takes place within the cosmos. However, the first 3 shapes that emerge from the vesica piscis are the language of the square, pentagon, and triangle. These 3 shapes form the only relationships and ratios required to generate all the rest. The only exception to this is the number 7, and this is why we'll be exploring the Genesis pattern, or the 7-circle pattern later on, with the number 7, or day of rest, being assigned to the great creative spirit. The birthing of all polarity from the relationship of the dyad is exemplified carnally in the genitals of the Great Mother, that is the vast, primary, multi-species archetypal expression spread across the earth in different forms. The holy yoni, the gateway that is the vesica between the formless and the world of form. This 2D shape is called the mandalora. 2 water droplets fall equally into a circular pool of water. Concentric circles expand from their points of origination. Wherever the ripples cross, points of relationship occur. This is us, moments in time, unfolding in relationship amongst the present moment that exists throughout all time. Holons of the dyad.